We're back. I hope I don't run out of phone space. I have to upload these. But I'm just going rapid fire. This is about From Me to You. Spoiler alert, there will be spoilers. You gotta start from season 1. Episode 1. I'm gonna wrap up season 1. Pin, this is from directly after the other video, if you just like, or jump in. Pin says, oh, Sawako's like really, I don't know. I forget what he says, but I'm just gonna say nice and innocent and doesn't really understand things too well. So Pin is like, you have to ask her out, like on a date. So she gets it. I forget if that's an ambulance. Please be going further away. Yes. He does that, but then an amazing part is when there's the festival and Sawako's playing like a main character and she's like popular. Everyone loves her and they're like, instead of bad luck, they think she brings good luck, so like high-fiving her. Like, Sawako is a G, straight up leader of the school, Miss Popularity, gorgeous, has a boyfriend, amazing. They're walking away before the fair festival thing. There is a festival, but it's in season 2. We'll get to that. And a huge crowd, and I like how the camera moves and there's all these people, and Kasehaya is like, Sawako, I like you. And the whole school hears it. That's like, now it's abundantly clear. And they further have to clear it up because everyone's just such a prick in high school, I guess, that Sadako... Oh, wait, this is later. Oh, wait, you gotta hear this. Yeah, this is the show. I've watched a few shows, so I'm getting a little confused, but no, this is right. Oh, wait, this was before all this. Or maybe during all this when they're official. This is at another karaoke night. I think there's 2. Or 1 or 2. And they're like, oh, didn't you guys walk in together? Joe points it out, of course, Joe. Silly guy. And they're like, oh, you guys are official? You're dating? You're like boyfriend, girlfriend or something? And they're like, oh, this is before like everyone still has the weird assumptions and stuff about Sadako. Is my roommate? Please don't. And they're like, oh, did she put some spell on you? And literally, Kazehaya is like, what is wrong with you guys? And he's like, I fell head over heels for her. What a king. Sawako is such a queen. Kasehaya is not a king. We'll get to that. What's going on? It's always the guys, I swear. That's the end of season 1. Then I think it's summer break. They kind of see each other. Hope there's nothing I'm forgetting. I will rewatch the series. I might make a whole new series of videos in the future. Sorry, by the way. I'm not saying you have to rewatch it, but if you want to, new content, new style. Maybe I can do it outside. I need to change my... That's not what we're talking about. I want to make my like viewing space more interesting. Now we're going to move on to season 2. What happens in season 2? Season 3 threw me off. With instead of 20-minute episodes, it was like hour episode. It's like a movie at that point, which is awesome. And there's so much that goes down. Season 2, what happens? I might have mentioned some of it. Did Kento come in during season 2? I know what happened in season 3 because I watched it recently. What happens in season 2? Enlighten me, if you will. Oh, okay. I got it. I have no idea. They're cute. They're being cute. Sawako gets Kasehaya. She knitted him a hat and her dad's like, her family's priceless. Like, perfect family. They're happy for her and everything. Oh my goodness, this might be the end of season 1. But when Pin is behind Kasehaya and is like, oh no, this is when he told her to ask her on an actual date. And Kasehaya's like, will you? And then Pin is like, marry me? And then it was so funny because they were both shocked. And Sawako was like, let me think about it. And then runs away. And Kasehaya's like, I hate you, Pin. I hate you. I thought that was hilarious, and it's funny because her dad was like, "Oh, what is she gonna get married?" And Sawako's mom is like, "No, I think you're thinking way too far ahead." And she calls her dad, and she's like, "What if I got married Sunday?" And then she was like, "Never mind." I wanted her to say, "Kasehaya asked me." I was gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, you're literally gonna give your dad a heart attack." I hope he has medical insurance. And it's funny because later she tells Kasehaya, she was like, "Oh, I think you got it wrong," but she was like, "I knew it was a joke. Like I knew that was Pin." And I thought that was funny because we see Sawako get more bubbly, and I think that's great for her character. So then some stuff goes on in the summer. Her dad thinks that she knitted him a hat, but she knitted him a hat. The dad took her hat that she made for Kasehaya. She gives that to him later, but she never gives him cookies for Valentine's Day. But everyone else. That was more of the tea. Then it's like, what's happening? Kasehaya's like, does she even like me? Then it gets all resolved before summer break. There was so much. I should almost do this episode by episode. And, wow. So then they're official. And they were like, oh, it was so beautiful when Kasehaya was like, oh, and I thought that I loved, oh my goodness. I thought that I loved you more, but I was wrong. And Sawako was like, that is exactly the way, like describing how I feel. Because she couldn't describe it. All she said was, I like you. But she's like, that's not enough. And then she said she loves him. I think it was a little too soon, but it's so cute and innocent and like, and she's like, I wish time could go faster. And I was like, at first I was like, huh, but why? But then I was like, wait, something's gonna happen. She's gonna say something. And she was like, so this can get like normal. Like in a cute way, you know? And Kasehaya hugs her. And she's like, but then I would miss moments like this. Oh my goodness. Are you two like the Rizzler or something? I thought that was so adorable. And they were cute, everything, first date, sunset, you name it. And then when they're walking, and I think they're holding hands, and her mom finds out. And then I was like, oh my goodness, is there going to be more drama? But then her mom finds out that he's her boyfriend. They introduce, yada yada. Then her mom understands how Sawako's feeling, and I think that's amazing. There's no drama. She calls her dad, lets her know. Her dad's freaking out, hangs up the phone. Almost like he's like sharpening his knife. I was like, Kasehaya is a dead man. He's a dead man. They're getting along. Dad's just getting used to it. He's a good father. Amazing family again. He's like, treat her right. Families are getting along. This is during the summer, I think. Season 2. She meets Kasehaya's family. Oh, and then they become on a first name basis and adorable. She calls him Sho. Oh, wait. When they're at the dad's house and the dad's freaking out, dinner's not ready, and her mom, oh my goodness, her mom is like, they're like, oh, why don't you two go to Sawako's room? And her dad is like, what is wrong with you? Are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill me? And I was like, oh my goodness. Scandalous. And he was like, you guys better leave the door open. So they're in a room. They sit close. They're talking, yada yada. That ends. So then they're still not hugging when they say goodbye, or like, I'm like, guys, embrace each other. Like, hug each other. I'm like begging at the screen, guys, hug each other. Then next time, Kasehaya invites her over. She meets their family. They run a shop, which we don't know. We find out later. Cool. She meets Kasehaya's mom. They're alike, which is funny. I think they're like very down to earth. Excuse me. Kasehaya has a little brother who they go see. And it's crazy. I mean, kids are out of pocket like that. But he's like, Sadako, he's so out of pocket. I think he says like Sawako doesn't have, like, because he's with a group of smaller kids. Like, are these chumps in middle school? What are they talking about? And they're like, Sawako has like, this is YouTube. Should I be formal? They're like, Sawako doesn't have very noticeable breasts or booty per se, buttocks. And Kasehaya is like, shut up. Boom, punches him, serves him right. And they're like, is that your girl? That's why he punches him. Although both reasons are justifiable. And he was like, she's my girlfriend. Or we're together, but don't call her my girl. What a man. I'm like, this guy's the best. King. But get ready for season 3. He is not. We're about to fight. I still have to finish and find out if he's a king or not. I'm going to take him off his throne and take that crown. Maybe Sawako will end up with me. You got competition, kid. You better start acting right. Sorry for the slang. I'm not that kind of guy. Slang is funny when it's used ironically. That's besides the point. Meets Sawako's dad. And it's hilarious how, like, Sawako gives the rundown of, like, her entire life. I think that's so adorable. She's like, this is what I like. These are my hobbies. This is what I'm involved in. I'm like, this is like an interview. I'm like, that's amazing. They get along. Her whole family likes her. Okay, I think season 2 will end with this, and then we'll get into the other season. Juicy. Juicy. Juice. Why? Hanging out, ironing, Chizu in the summer. We don't hear from them a whole lot. Shopping, kind of leave them together. Joking, it's hilarious. What else? What can I include in this before season 3? Did anything? I know something juicy had to happen in season 2. There was a festival where Kento was still talking with Sawako. They made a whole booth with her and everything. She's like a fortune teller. Literally the most popular girl in school at that point, I think. But there's some moments where they kind of like pulled, like, talking about Kasehaya and Kuronuma, Sawako Kuronuma. They start on a first name basis. Oh my goodness, when she's in his room and she's like looking at his memories, I forget when she called him Shoyo, which is his first name. And she was like, I think it was in his room. She's like, oh my goodness, she's like investigating his entire room. I thought that was so funny and adorable. She's like, I want to look around, but let me ask first. And she was like, Shoyo? I'm like, Shoto or Shoyo? Shoto? I think it's Shoto. Shoto Kasehaya. And we have Kuronuma Sawako. But it almost sounds more natural the other way around, last name, first name. I don't know. Maybe it's like a Japanese thing. Or maybe it's because you hear it first and you kind of get with it. They kind of get close to each other and then they pull away. And close to each other and pull away. And they're like, oh, should I hold hands? Should I not? And when Sawako goes out to reach for his hand, he's like, why can't these two act normal? Sawako I get, but Kasehaya has to step up more. It's too much. You better get ready for season 3. And if anything, I might throw in a few things that happened in season 2, or at least what I remember. I might look at the episode rundowns. I don't think there's too much else. Wow. Yeah, I think season 2 is just them together. Not too much going on. Season 3, they're still getting used to each other. I was talking about season 1 for so long. That would have been season 1 and 2. I'll check real quick for the other video. Hey, my phone didn't run out of space. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy it, please like and subscribe. Highly recommend watching it. It's a great show. I don't know if I said this. Please like and subscribe. It helps and supports the channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. See, now I can relax, have a little more time. Even though I want to get to the next one because I got something on my mind. Ooh, and that rhymes. Very sorry. That was kind of cringe. Yo, my bad. All right, I'll see you.